Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mizzweets, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Romantic Tarot. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, feel free to check out any of my other videos and possibly subscribe. Um, my other channels may include other tarot deck reviews, oracle reviews. I have one Lenormand review because I am getting to that as well. But if you're interested in oracles, tarot, runes, and pendulum, that is what I do on my show called Love Bites Live, where I go live. I do free tarot readings throughout the night for about an hour and a half. So you come on out whenever you see this logo here. That means I'm going to be live, answering your questions live. Come on out for that. Plus, I'm also going to be doing another show of mine that I've kind of put on the back burner called Sacral Stories 18 Plus. So I'm just going to be going through the zodiac, reading the sacral energy, the sexual energy, and the sexual desires of the zodiac. So whether it fits your story or not, you can still come out and just feel the lusciousness. Okay. So also, right now I am offering private readings. So you can check me out on mizzweets@gmail.com. Everything is going to be in the description bar, including my Amazon wish list, which is where this came from. By the way, thank you so very much, Sunflower, who went onto my Amazon wish list to get this for me. So I'm very happy about that. Let's go ahead and open this up now that I've talked enough. So I've got my eyebrow archer. That's what I'm going to use to open this up. So it doesn't come as like an actual a book or anything. It's one of those tuck boxes, which I don't mind because I don't keep boxes, no way. I think people know that. Well, some boxes I do keep, but most boxes I don't actually keep. Maybe I should have gotten this off on camera. Hopefully I don't damage the box too much, but we'll see. Oh, I'm gonna have to put this trash on the floor for now. Okay, so I really like this because my channel usually is about romance. Most of the things that I talk about are based off of like romance and like other things that deal with, you know, sexuality, things like that. Sometimes it's just love. So I think this is one of the decks that really kind of speak to me. So this is why it was on my Amazon wish list. Of course, they have just a regular, looks like it's by Los Scarabellos as well. So it looks like they just have the regular, what is that called? A little white booklet to go with it. I really never read them unless they're the full-on color white booklet that is really, you know, intriguing, and unless I think that they're going to have an alternate meaning for that particular card. So other than that, let's just go ahead and get into this. Hold on. Maybe we'll set this here. Something like that. Yeah, that's good. Oh, it's covering up my candle. We'll just lay you down here. All right, so yeah, there we are with our little white booklet. I might keep them, but sometimes I don't keep them. So yeah, our little card for Los Scarabellos. And this is obviously what the backs look like. No gilding on the side, but it's a nice, pretty much a nice texture. Good bendable. I don't really care about that stuff that much anyway. But what I do care about is the images on the front. So let's just go ahead and turn it over. And this is, oh, the Romantic Tarot, Los Scarabellos. Okay, so let's kind of just go here. All right, so starting with the Fool. All right, I don't really sense a whole lot of sexual energy coming from this, but I do sense a lot of silliness coming from this card. And it's almost like when you're going on that first date and you're new, which is kind of the symbolic of the Fool to me. It's like shy, not knowing how to handle yourself, being awkward. That's what this card sort of reminds me of, like right off the bat. So let's just put that card here. Some of the cards I may describe what they give me if they give me a feeling of something. And some of the cards, if I don't understand it, I'm just going to pass right by it because maybe it takes more time for it to grow on me, for that particular card to grow on me. All right, so now we have the Magician. Oh, okay, so I'm noticing that we've got Roman numerals, which I'm not the best at Roman numerals, so I can just tell this is the Magician card because he's doing magic. Instead of pulling a bunny out of his hat, he's pulling the sword out of his hat. So, all right, that's pretty interesting there. Okay, so here we have the High Priestess, and we have the scrolls. We don't have any lunar energy here, which is, oh yes, we do. I see it. I see the little moon charm, which to me it kind of looks like a pendulum, right? So that's pretty cool too. This is not very sexual, but it's at the same time, it's still very it's still pretty sensual here, you know. It's like romantic Victorian age, and we know that the Victorian age was pretty, you know, it's pretty proper to me is what it feels like, proper and still seductive at the same time, which I don't even know if that makes sense. But we have an emperor here, which is looking pretty stern. He looks very strict on things too. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like this person's like very strict on a lot of things, very kind of intimidating. I don't sense any sexual energy coming from that card whatsoever, or no romantic energy coming from that card whatsoever. And then we have the Pope here with those lilies. So that kind of represents purity to me with the white lilies. And also just like almost like no room for mistakes. All right. So we finally have is this the lovers finally? Yes. Is it the lovers? It looks like the lovers. So yeah, so we finally have the lovers. I told you I wasn't the best at, this is the picture that's on the cover. And I really do like this one. I think this is what kind of drew me to the deck initially. I haven't watched any other reviews on this deck, but I'm actually loving it. Oh, okay. So this looks like the Chariot. We have the white and black, what would typically be horses, but this is the oxes or the bulls. Now, I don't know what the symbology between the oxen or the bull is, but I kind of wish I knew because I feel like that may mean something or it might represent something. But I can tell you that because I do runes as well, I know that runes, there's a rune called Uruz, and that just kind of represents untamed energy. So that is kind of reflective of the Chariot card. So I kind of do understand that in a little bit. You know, it just kind of means untamed raw energy. So it makes sense. And then we have the Strength card. I like that Strength card. I like how it is actually a statue. And you notice that he's actually using his physical strength for the representation of the Strength card here. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Let's put a little music on. Jeez, I need something in the background. Like what? Let's put a little something on in this background. There we go. All right, so now we have the Hermit. Okay, and so that's about, to me, it's about self-discovery. It's about self-discovery using being quiet or being in a quiet space in order to discover oneself. So this card to me is kind of like discovering what you like. It looks like he's looking at books or photographs. I don't want to get too X-rated on this, but sometimes I do 18 plus readings, so my mind tends to go gutter. But this kind of reminds me of like probably watching, you know, a little bit of, I don't want to say porn, but it looks like watching X-rated, you know, footage. That's what it feels like, and learning what it is you like and being sometimes secretive about it, or just kind of discovering yourself through that sexual exploration or not exploitation, but exploration. There we go. That's what it feels like to me. So, oh, we have the wheel and we have two people enjoying each other. This feels like a date. The wheel card can represent, you know, another cycle, and we literally have a wheel here. So this is a really good couples deck that I can't wait to read this. So if you like getting tarot readings, so come out to my channel. We'll use this deck as soon as I get a chance to. We definitely use this deck. Okay. All right. So we have Justice. Oh, something about this Justice card. I'm thinking this is like an angel with wings. I'm not quite certain, but I'm kind of wondering what is being balanced here. Let me look at this. I don't have my glasses on. I really can't tell. It looks like matters of the mind being weighed out against, you know, the purity of the heart is what it feels like. You know, maybe like the heart over the head. Which one is weighing more? Which one are you thinking with? You know, are you thinking with your heart? Are you thinking with your head? The lilies to me kind of represent a sense of purity here. And then the hat sort of represents, you know, the mind or the mental. All right, so now we have the Hanged Man. All right, so that looks like some stuff Houdini would be doing. Strapped all in like that. I don't really understand that one too much, but it's going to take him a while to get out of that. I can definitely tell. And the Death card, which is definitely my card because I am Scorpio. So the Death card representing change, transformation. Sometimes things need to be laid to rest, whether they are, things. All things are going to come to an end. Not everything is going to last forever. Just enjoy the time while it lasted and the memories you gained, and, be looking forward to what's next in life. That's what this card reminds me of. Not necessarily literally death, even though it is depicting someone at a gravesite who's kind of grieving, but That's just the way that I interpret the card. Okay. And Temperance card. Okay. Interesting. We have the water being poured into a glass. It's nice. I don't really have a lot of thoughts or feelings about that card in particular. Ooh, the Devil card. I like this. Is that the Devil card? Yeah, I think that's the Devil card. I really like this Devil card. It almost feels like a show, something like it does feel like temptation. I've always wanted to go to a burlesque show or a burlesque dance, just to watch and indulge and just, I don't know. There's something that's very artsy about that to me. So, okay, and now we have the Tower. We kind of know what that means, so I'm just going to skip past that one. It doesn't give me any extra vibes. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, I'm terrible at these doggone Roman numerals. Oh, I don't know. We'll have to come back to that one. We'll see what that one is because it is not ringing any bells for me. So, okay. So a lot of these cards are really they're not really feeling like this is not a beginner's deck, I'll tell you that. And I'm not a beginner anymore, but I keep on saying I need to work on my Roman numerals because I'm terrible at my doggone Roman numerals, but some of the cards I can tell what the images are. It's kind of strange that this is a sun card that doesn't have any children depicted in it. And not always is the sun card. Let me take a sip of this wine. Bet y'all didn't know I had some wine with me, did you? It doesn't always depict children in it, but for some reason I was wanting to see some children or like a youthful energy in here. And I'm not seeing any children, but it's okay. It's okay. The sun card still represents happy days, good things, bright sunny days to look forward to. And then we have the Judgment card. All right. So this is kind of like a stunt to me. That's what it looks like. She's being held on by strings, kind of stunt-like. Let's see. Pretty stunt-like to me. It's almost kind of like that little thin string is like what's saving her, right? Because we think of the Judgment card as being brought back from the dead or being saved by the bell or being saved by the horn here, I guess you'd speak of. So it's kind of like a close call, right? It's like maybe a potential safety net. Okay. And now we have the World, and there's our first child, but it's in the World card. How strange. I never thought it would be in the World card, but there it is. So we have, it's like this child's world is held up by mommy and daddy is what it looks like. So I like that spin on something traditional. Kind of also reminds me of two people who are like forming a union, and they create the child and therefore create a whole nother world, because when you're single or when you're dating someone, your world is a lot different. It's a lot different than when you become married and you have children. So let me get these down because these are all of the majors now completed. So I'll take these off and then we'll go ahead and start with our minor arcana. So, and I can't wait to read with this deck. It's beautiful. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Cups is nice. Didn't really see anything new there with the Ace of Cups. Okay, Two of Cups. That's kind of different because I don't see an extra person, and the extra person doesn't seem to be paying the first person any attention. So Two of Cups is usually about harmony, but I don't see a lot of harmony working together in that. But I'm sure that it will make sense, and Spirit will be able to, give me the reading accurately as to what the depiction is representing here. Okay. So Three of Cups. Looks like he has a choice. Okay. The Four of Cups. Instead of the Four of Cups being a person that's not really interested, it seems like this person, both of them, they seem pretty interested to me. So that's kind of different. It's kind of opposite. Maybe it's about discovering something new that you thought that you wouldn't take interest in. And that's kind of what it feels like to me. All right, so we have Five of Cups. Look, oh, look at that. that is a disaster. That is a disaster right there. Okay, Six of Cups. All right. Seven of Cups. Someone is kind of at a ball and having a choice. All right, Seven of Cups can be about choices and fantasies. And we have Eight of Cups. I wonder where they're going. I wonder where they're going. Oh, let me put on some little music or something because I don't, this, every now and then this music cuts off on me. Okay, so I noticed that there is absolutely no nudity in this deck, which is fine with me, but sometimes I like to see a little bit of nudity. For some reason, it just lets me know how vulnerable the person or the situation can get. That's what that's what I hold up to when I see nudity. Not all the time does it just represent something sexual. It just means, to me, it just means that someone is just vulnerable, someone is exposed emotionally, and that's just the feeling it gives me. Okay, so this is what is this? A page? That's strange. I don't know. I think that's a page. I haven't really been counting. I think I lost count a little bit. Yeah, it must have been a page. And this is the knight. That knight. Are those horses are statues, but it's supposed to remind me of like coming in with emotions and things, but it doesn't give me that feeling. It gives me more of an artsy feeling. Probably theater, dates, romance, but not necessarily like love romance, but more so like going on a date, that type of romance. Romance that you can express in a group of people in front of a crowd. It's not really representing intimacy to me. Not in that card, it doesn't. All right, Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups is really nice. You see, he pouring one. I like this king. He pouring him a cup. He pouring one for the homies. That's what it looks like. I kind of like that king. Okay, and now we have the Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if this is like a pillow or what, but this looks like some sort of a pillow. I'm going to have to find a way to fix that. This looks like some sort of a pillow with a coin in it, but it's like, I don't know if it's symbolic for like something that you really adore is going to be, it's not something that's you don't work hard for it. The pillow is soft and comfortable. So it's like easy money, right? Easy income, no hard work. We're not working in a sweatshop to get this money. That's just what it feels like to me. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. All right. We have some children here. They put children in the strangest cards in this deck. Three of Pentacles. Oh, I think I've seen these rings before. These rings, I think, I'm not certain, but I think these rings, they used to use these rings during magic tricks or something, and people would be wondering, like, how in the world do you get the rings? They're all three connected, and then all of a sudden, like, they'll do some type of maneuver, and then the rings will be disconnected, and it would have people scratching their heads, like, how in the heck did you do that? So Three of Pentacles can be seen as a teaching card or a learning card or a listen up or listen closely, pay attention type of card, right? So it kind of is eye-catching is what it looks like. All right, and then we have Four of Pentacles. Very earthy that card is. Five of Pentacles. All right. And we have the Six of Pentacles. What's going on down there? Some stuff going on in the house. I got to go figure out what's going on down there. Six of Pentacles. We have... Okay, so I don't necessarily... Oh, this looks like some sort of a line. I want to say like the food step line or something. But definitely these people are lined up and waiting for something. They're waiting for something. But it reminds me of the food stamp line back in the day. If anybody know what I'm talking about, then you just know what I'm talking about. If not, then you just don't know the struggle. All right. So anyway, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So definitely Seven of Pentacles means that you're not too late. You still have time. Hold out just a little bit longer. They're going to wait on you. That's what it feels like. She's rushing. But I feel like, good things come to those who are patient, right? So that's kind of what this card sort of feels like for me. Eight of Pentacles. You know what this deck sort of reminds me of now that I'm looking at it? It reminds me of that DeMarco's Tarot, where it is more of a sexual deck because it has heavy nudity in it. Men's parts, women's parts, bottoms, buns, all that stuff is in it. So I feel like the same, I know they're both by Los Scarabells, but I just feel like they all have that same illustration, that same artsy illustration to it. So here we have a page. a Page of Pentacles. This person doesn't have shoes on yet, means that they have just begun their journey. The journey is far much more to go. They have more to go. And this is not where you'll see them. You may see them as a scrub dancing for change, for chump change on the street for now. But once this person becomes a King of Pentacles, they're going to be doing big things. All right. That's what it looks like to me. All right. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And, oh, I'm sorry. Was that Knight? Because this looks like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a Knight. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I like this Queen of Pentacles. I really find myself to be, even though I'm a water sign, I honestly have found myself to be more of a Queen of Pentacles type of individual. I honestly will admit that I am not very nurturing when it comes to people's emotions, but I feel myself to be more of a provider when it comes to like where this person slacks, I can make up that slack. So if you feel like, you know, I'm not going to say I'm the best cook or nothing, but I can come up with some ideas. Like I can help you budget. I can help you save. I can do those things. I can come up with things that make the household look good. I can be Martha Stewart when I want to be. So now we've reached the King of Pentacles. Remember when I showed you that page, when that page first started out, that page was just like, you know, just a petty hustler, right? But then here we are, he's sitting on his throne counting his coins. He's not a petty hustler anymore, right? So I do like that. I like tarot decks that kind of tell a story within each suit, because sometimes if you can like follow the story, you can make sense of how it's supposed to be interpreted for the querying. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, let's start music back up. All right. So, yeah, King of Pentacles. We already had that. Now we're getting down to the wands. We have Ace of Wands. Is that a pair of panties? Oh, that's a garter belt. Okay, I like that. And we have the Two of Wands. Decisions, preparation, getting ready for something. Three of Wands, expectations, seeing the reparations and things being paid off, coming into fruition. And then we have the Four of Wands. You're getting your footing, getting stability, probably even a marriage and a relationship reading, or just getting into the commitment and the groove of things, and then finding out with the Five of Wands that things aren't going to always go so perfect. All right, and then we have the Six of Wands, kind of sort of reevaluating how we can do better. Getting back up on your feet with the Seven of Wands and making sure that the same thing that knocked you down is not going to knock you down again. Sometimes it might be read as a defense card. And then we have the Eight of Wands here, which I'm going to say this Eight of Wands is kind of strange to me because it has air with the incense here in the air. And I know that Eight of Wands is Mercury in it. So I'm going to sense that this could be a sign of communication as well. So I kind of like how they put the incense in there, because in the spirit world, it's like your ancestors and your spirit team, they communicate through the air. And we usually have incense as a way to let them know that it just sets the tone of the air, of the space, of the space that you're occupying. So it's a way to send out a smoke signal or a message to those around you. So it can represent communication as well. Then we have the Nine of Wands. So definitely we have someone's feeling a little bit left out there. Maybe they feel like they can't, will never get to a position like that. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Ooh, it must be a burden. Someone's getting on the, okay, so it looks like someone's going away, or maybe about to get on a train or train station. So maybe they're getting ready to go on to the next journey. And it's a hard thing to kind of let the old go and embrace the new. It's not always easy to embrace new, especially if you don't like change like myself. All right, now we have the Page of Wands. I like that. This is the first card with the first piece of little boobs in it. All right. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Victory here. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands. And we're almost done with this. Now we have the King of Wands, and he's smoking his pipe. Is that a pipe? Yeah, it looks like he's smoking his pipe. So it makes sense for the Wands. It's a fire sign. And now we have the last suit, which is swords. I wonder what the blue rose means. I'm going to have to look that up because I feel like that's significant for a reason. I believe it's blue, which can kind of represent that the blue rose kind of represents either throat chakra energy or just literally third eye energy. So it could be what you saw, it could be something you heard, it could be the communication going down. I mean, it's just how you present using your brain power, whether it be speaking, hearing, seeing. Okay, and then we have the Two of Swords, which I almost thought this was Three of Swords. Well, what does the Three of Swords look like? Okay, okay. So fencing. A fencing accident. Was it an accident? I don't know. The way the guy was standing, it didn't look like it. Four of Wands is usually supposed to be a time to reflect and a time to rest, but these people are not. They look busy. They look very busy, which is pretty peculiar. So, like I said, I'm hoping that these readings are going to give me the meaning that is meant to come out, because I don't only read by what the pictures, by what the traditional meaning is saying. I go by what I see on the picture because that's how spirit communicates to me. That's how I feel. All right, and then we have the Seven of Swords as well. All right, so Seven of Swords can mean like trickery or deceit in some way, or feeling like you got away, or receiving the short end of the stick. And then we have the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is definitely a card that's feeling like you are the victim. So we have a person who's kind of sitting. I don't know if they're sitting in a boat or. Okay, it doesn't look like they're sitting in a boat. It looks like they're sitting on the ground and there's a fence made of swords. So I just feel like maybe they feel like there's right now it seems to be no way out of their current situation. And it almost kind of looks like she's on water, though. Let me go back to that card. It almost looks like she's on water. But what if she's on ice? That'd be crazy. What if she was on ice? If she was on ice, it'd be kind of a slippery slope, right? And come to think of it, because I read runes too, the rune Isa, it represents ice. And Isa, the rune, can represent stagnation or mental blockages, which is why we have the Eight of Swords. So to me, this ground being all shiny like that, it looks like ice. And I think of the rune Isa, which kind of represents mental blockages or stagnation. Eight of Swords, playing the victim role or just mental stagnation. All right, now we have the Nine of Swords here, which is usually about anxiety, but I'm not sensing any anxiety here. I'm sensing like a happy dream, and she's looking at her reflection. She's adoring herself. Oh, but we see the person behind her is the one who has the anxiety. Okay, I see now. So the person behind her is the one who has that anxiety. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. So that is definitely looks like our Sleeping Beauty being brought back to life. One part of her may have died, but someone is going to bring back another part of her and awaken another part of her. That's kind of what it looks like to me. So, and we're almost done. We have the Page of Swords, which is our student. He looks pretty studious to me. The Knight of Swords, kind of typical. I like how he has that fan right there. Don't really know and understand the symbology of the fan, but it can represent air and quicken movement, and the movement of wind sort of represents communication. We'll see. All right, and now we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, I like this Queen of Swords. She is going to be the one to get down to business. Queen of Swords don't play no games. They don't play no games. All right, and now we have the King of Swords. Now, what is that on the ground? I'm trying to think, is that a part of the curtain or water? I'd be surprised if I saw water in a King of Swords image. All right, so hopefully you guys like that reading. That wasn't a reading, but hopefully you guys like that. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're considering getting this deck, go ahead and get it, because I think it'll be good for reading romantic questions and things of that nature, okay? Also, remember to subscribe. If you have finished watching this whole video, damn, good for you. I'm about to finish drinking my wine to that. But anyway, keep in mind that I do private readings, so feel free to book me. Everything that you need to know, including my Amazon wish list, is down in the bottom. Come out at nighttime for us. I usually go live at about 8 late o'clock to do my free readings. So come out with us, support. See you later. Bye.